These days, there's two main ways you can test fragments on Android. The first way is the classic fragment transaction method. You get the support fragment manager, you replace the fragment in the container, you add it to the backstack. I'm sure you know what that is. I'm sure all of you have done that. The second way is navigation components. So this new thing that Jetpack introduced called navigation components, where you can build basically a map of your app using the fragments that you want to use, and use something called a navigation controller to move between the fragments in the map. So in this video, we're going to be doing we're going to be testing fragments, so fragment navigation, using the classic way, using the support fragment manager, doing the transactions, adding them to the backstack, and just making sure that the things that come into view are the things that should be in view. So if you open up a fragment, I click a button, it's supposed to take me to another fragment. I want to make sure that that fragment comes into view. Maybe if I press the back button, that first fragment comes into view. All that kind of very standard fragment testing. And for those of you who don't know, this video is actually part of a full-length course. It's going to be on my website and also on YouTube. It's a free course. It's a course on UI testing using Espresso on Android. So it's like a UI testing for beginners course. So if you want to watch the course from start to finish, which I recommend doing, I don't recommend just jumping in and watching one or two videos, because they kind of all fit together. So it's best to watch it together. So if you go to my website, go to the courses tab over here, just search for UI testing for beginners. If it's not at the top of the list, you can just type, UI testing in the search bar, and you'll see it come up there. So again, it's free. All you got to do is click on it. You would log in and register. I'm already registered for it, obviously, so it's not telling me to register. But it's, again, completely free, and it's best to watch those together. So yeah, that's all I got to say about where to watch the course and how to watch it, whether it's free or whether it's paid. Now let's go take a look at the demo and let's test some fragments. All right, so here I'm in Android Studio. I'm going to bring over the demo app that we're going to be testing in this video. There's three fragments. This first one right here, which is movie detail fragment. It's just got a title, an image, a link to to the directors of the movie that's being displayed, a link to the actors that are being displayed, and then a little description down here. So if I click on directors, that takes me to the list of directors for that movie, and then star actors is just the list of star actors. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the same kind of thing when we tested activities previously in the course. We're going to launch an activity, and then we are going to basically click these buttons using the UI test, so using Espresso, and then make sure that the correct fragment comes into view when that is actually clicked. And we'll test the back navigation also. So let's just quickly take a look at detail fragments, I guess, because for those of you who are just watching this for the first time, you might not know how the navigation is happening. So there's two buttons in the view, as you saw from the demo here. We have, directors, star actors, actually text views, but there's on-click listeners attached to them. So this is movie directors, there's the on-click listener. When that's clicked, it starts a fragment transaction using the support fragment manager, and then navigates to director's fragment. Then the same thing with star actors. So just an on-click listener, clicks it, support fragment manager does a transaction. Pretty simple. And then there's some data passed through the bundle, so we want to make sure that data is what comes into view when that fragment is visited. So let's write these tests. So I'm going to go into the Android test directory over here, into the movie package, and we're going to create a new test named navigation test. So click creating a new Kotlin file. It's going to be called navigation test. So whenever you're looking through any examples, maybe they're on GitHub, maybe they're just blog posts, maybe they're on YouTube. This is a pretty common naming convention that you'll see here. I noticed that a lot of developers, they like to write their isolation tests and name them after the fragment itself. So like, for example, down here we have like directors fragment test, movie detail fragment test. Those would be fragments that are being tested in isolation. Whereas if they do kind of a navigation test, they'll name it like, they would probably have named this actually like movie navigation test. So like this would be movie navigation test, because you're testing the navigation for the movie package, all of the fragments within the movie package. So I thought that this was a pretty common naming convention when I was looking at examples. So I thought that I would just kind of mention that for you. All right, so let's write this test. Okay, so first we want to annotate this with @runwith, just like we've done with our other tests. We want to reference our Android JUnit. It was the Android JUnit runner, or JUnit 4 runner class right here. So Android JUnit 4 runner, get the class, and now we want to add some test classes to this, or test functions to this. So Alt insert to insert a new test function, and this test function is going to be called test movie fragment I could say fragments actually, fragments navigation. Now, the first thing we want to do is something you should be familiar with if you've been following along with the course. I want to create an activity scenario. So new activity scenario, activity scenario. I want to call the launch function and then mention the class, which is the main activity class. So again, whenever you're launching, this is the same thing we did when we were launching activities or testing activities. We would use this activity scenario to launch the activity and then do whatever we wanted to do with it, whether it was click buttons, make sure something was in view, navigate to another activity, whatever, it didn't matter. This is the first step. Now, you might be wondering why we're using activity scenario when we should be testing, when I said we're testing fragments here. Well, we have to do that because main activity is the host for the fragments. If we look at activity main, so the layout for main activity, we have that fragment container view that is the host for all of the fragments that are being swapped in and out. And if we look at main activity, the first and the only thing that it actually does is initialize the first fragment that comes into view. We have the support fragment manager, we're doing the transaction, and we're adding that movie detail fragment. So that's actually the first test. We want to make sure that movie detail fragment comes into view, and then we can start clicking around and making sure that the other fragments are coming into view. So first step is launch the activity scenario. So because this activity scenario has been launched, we now expect detail fragment to currently be in view. So what we want to do now is we want to navigate to another fragment. So I can say, nav to directors fragment, and we can do that by clicking on that text view. So with ID, the ID I'm looking for is r.id.movie directors. So I'll point that out into the layout just for those of you who aren't clear. So if we go into fragment movie detail, we want this view right here, this directors text view. So the ID of this is movie_directors. That's the thing that we want to click. So I'm saying on view with ID, we want to perform a click. So perform, and we want to just do click. So now I'm performing a click on that view. We expect that fragment transaction to take place, because if we look at movie detail fragment in the onClick listener on that text view that we just clicked, it's attaching the directors to the bundle, it's starting a transaction, and then replacing the fragment that's in the container. So this is what we expect to happen. So we have the view, we're doing the click. Now let's verify that the right thing comes into view. So verify, we can do on view with ID, r.id.fragment directors should be, maybe I forgot to give it a name because it looks like it's not coming up. So if we go into fragment directors, this, so you could technically test for any of these IDs, because what we want to do here is we just want to make sure that one of these come into view. So what I like to do typically, if I'm just trying to see if something is coming into view, is I'll go to the parentmost layout, which in this case is this constraint layout, and I'll give this thing an ID and then look for this. So I'll call this fragment movie detail parent, because it's the parent view in, or not movie detail, this will be movie directors parent. So now I'll go back into our navigation test here, and I'll look for fragment movie directors parent, and I just want to make sure that this thing is actually in view. So check. I'll actually go to the next line to give us some more room. So check it matches. We want to just check if it is displayed. So I want to write is displayed. That's all I care about. And looks like I imported the wrong assertion, so I'm going to press Control V there to go back. And the one I'm looking for is actually that one. So I'm not sure why this is giving me an error. Must have been the wrong import for matches. So if I go up here, yeah, this is the wrong import right there. So going back down here, getting the correct import, the one I'm looking for is the view assertions import, that one right there. So there we go. We're just verifying that director's fragment comes into view when that text view is clicked. So next, we want to verify a different navigation. So we want to nav to star. Or we want to navigate back actually, because we've now navigated to director's fragment. So now we want to go back to movie detail fragment, and we want them to navigate to star actors. So I'm going to say press back. Yes, there is a function that just presses back. So I'm navigating back to the detail fragment, and I want to verify that that's actually in view. So I can say verify again. I want to verify that on view with ID r.id. Hopefully I gave this one a name. I don't think I did. So we're gonna have to go into fragment movie detail, and again we want to scroll up to this parent, and we'll give this an ID. So I'll say fragment movie detail parent, and copy that one, go back to the test, paste that in, and we just want to check if it's displayed. So check is displayed. Oh, check matches is displayed, sorry. Check matches is displayed. So same kind of thing we did up here, just pressing the back, want to verify if that's coming into view. And now we want to go to the next fragment. So the next fragment would be the star actors fragment. So I'll say, nav star actors fragment. So again, we want to do on view with ID, r.id. I got to check the ID because I don't remember. So if I go into fragment movie detail, I want to go to that second text view. So this one right here, you can see it in the layout right here. So movie star actors, that's the one. I'm going to paste that in, and we want to perform a click. So perform click, and that will navigate us, or it should navigate us to star actors fragment. So again, just like we've done before, we want to give an ID to the parent in star actors fragment. So I'm going to open up the layout here, give this an ID. I'll say fragment movie star actors, and I can say, parent, because that's what this is for. I want to say on view with ID, r.id.fragment movie star actors parent. Go to the next line. I want to check that it matches is displayed. So all I'm doing is checking to make sure that that actually comes into view. So let me just bring the emulator on here just so we can run through this logically and you can see this. I'll maybe put it over here so you can see it all. So when the app is first launched, we go to movie detail fragment, which is the one that's in view right here. Then we expect that when we click on directors, which would be this click right here, that we're taken to the directors fragment. So we would verify that by checking this ID. Then we're going to press the back button, which is this here. Then I want to verify if I click on this, that now right here. Oh, actually, sorry, I missed one. So I would verify first that I navigated back to movie detail fragment. Then I would click star actors fragment and then verify that that's in view. So we're doing a full kind of circle. Directors fragment, back button, making sure that this is in view, star actors fragment, making sure that that's in view. So everything would be, the total navigation here would be tested completely. And as a last step, just because we've been using test suites already, I might as well just add this to our total test suite. So I'm going to open up the movie fragment test suite, and now I'm going to reference that new test that I just created. So movie navigation test, and then just do class. So that will add it to the suite. Now I can just click here, right click, go to run the test suite. Now it's going to run all the tests that we've written so far all at the same time. We can check to make sure that we haven't broken anything. And it looks like everything passes. So there's all the green check marks, which we'd love to see. We have our previous tests up here. We have all of those 3 previous tests, and then we have the new one down here with the navigation. So that is it. That's how to test navigation with fragments, at least like the old way with the Support Fragment Manager. I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning of this video, but later when I'm going to make a more advanced course. So this is a beginner course, but later after this course, I'm going to make an advanced one for my website, and I'm going to show you how to test navigation components. So how to build the graphs, how to tie into the navigation controller, how to mock out the navigation controller, and then test navigation using navigation components. So that's going to be it for this video. And in the next one, we're going to start testing intents. So we're going to test 2 things, 2 different intent methods. One is going to be opening up or choosing an image from the phone's gallery and then making sure that that image is retrieved. The second one is going to be taking a new image with the phone's camera. So starting an intent, start activity for result, getting that result from the camera, so actually capturing an image. And then also we're going to be building a custom drawable matcher to make sure that the image that's retrieved is actually the one that's supposed to be retrieved. So think of like when we test to make sure that text is in a text view, we want to test to make sure that a certain bitmap is in a image view. So I'm going to show you how to build a custom drawable matcher for that. So I will see you in that next video.